Hi there, this is Aubrey Chauke. I'm a tutor for accounting, business studies, EMS, as well as research. If you're watching this, you're definitely at the right place. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button on your bottom right. And once you're done with that, you can definitely leave your comments on the comments section. Also, kindly consider asking your friends to watch this video, to like this video, and to also leave their comments on the comment section. Encourage them to subscribe too, so that they can also be able to help us with the algorithms, as this helps us to be able to know the kind of videos that you prefer, so that we can be able to make more of such videos. With that out of the way, let's get into the announcements. If you're in Hammanskraal, I'm pleased to let you know that we have got contact lessons that are taking place on a weekly basis at Tutor Daycare Center next to Mabwadro Primary School, and all you have to do to become part of us is to pay a registration fee of 100 Rand, and then you will also be expected to pay monthly fees of 250 per subject. So this means that if you are joining us in your first month, you will be paying 100 Rand registration plus 500 of those two subjects that you chose. Okay. And if you want me to become your online tutor, I'm pleased to let you know that Chauke Tutorials has got some online lessons that are taking place on a weekly basis, and all you have to do to become part of us is to choose a subscription that is suitable for you, pay it, and become part of us. Package number 1 costs you only 350, and you get 2 online lessons that are recorded as they occur. Package number 2, it's only 250, and you get 1 online lesson plus 1 pre-recorded lesson per week, and you only pay 250 for this. Package number 3, it's only 150, and you get 1 live recorded lesson. This means that I'll be doing this lesson with you and recording it while it occurs. So if the above 2 options are expensive for you, you can definitely choose for this one that is only costing you 150 per month, and you get 1 live and recorded lesson per week. If online lessons are expensive for you, I'm pleased to let you know that we've got contact lessons that are taking place also. So in these lessons, you can either choose if you want me to come to your place or you want to come to me. But if I come to your place, it will definitely be a little bit more than other packages. On package number 1, we only charge you 450, and you get 2 contact lessons per week. This means that I'll be coming to your place twice per week to teach you your favorite subject. Okay. On package number 2, you only pay 350 per month, and you get 1 contact lesson plus 1 pre-recorded lesson per week, and for all that you only pay 350 per month. If you have any question on this, you can definitely make sure that you get in touch with me by using the details that will appear at the end of this video. Remember, in a previous session we dealt only with the current accounts of the partners, and we were actually expected to do the journal entries of the transactions, the nominal section accounts, the balance sheet accounts, and then finally doing the appropriation account, which is what we're supposed to do. But remember, on our session we only focused on the balance sheet section, looking specifically at the current accounts of the partners. So in today's session we'll be closing this topic here. I'll be dealing with the appropriation account. If you want me to teach you individually to show you how this thing is done, you know, using the examples that you prefer, you're welcome to book your lesson using the details that will appear at the end of this video. With that out of the way, let's get into what we're supposed to do. So now, what we actually expected to do is to just transfer the information that we have already recorded in the accounts that we were expected to open. We'll be closing off or offsetting the nominal section account. Okay, so we'll be taking that information that is there, like for example the information that has got to do with the salaries, allowance of partners. We'll be taking that information and transferring it back to the appropriation account. This is because expenses have got to be offset at the end of the year. We need to close off those accounts. So in other words, we want our expenses to become zero. All those expense accounts, they will have to become zero. So the only way we can close them off or offset them is when we send the expenses that the partners incur that the business incur in terms of the partners into the appropriation account. What am I saying to you? Things like your salaries for partners, your interest on capital, your bonuses, and the splits. Remember, the business has got to pay the partners for that. So we take that into the appropriation account because we are closing off those nominal section accounts. Okay, so if you look at the appropriation, it actually looks at the things that are included in there. Things like your interest on capital, it will become part of your nominal section. So if you look at your appropriation, it includes the things that are actually in the nominal section. Remember, when you do things like your balance sheet, you've got different sections. Okay, but I'm not gonna get into that. So let's just get what we're supposed to do. Remember, appropriation clearly explains how the profit that the business made was used for the benefit of the partners. Okay, so the first thing that we're supposed to take is to transfer that particular net profit that we were given, and then you need to understand the debit and credit side of the appropriation. What are the things that you're supposed to put there? Okay, now on the debit side represents all the expenses that the business incur pertaining to the partners, and then in terms of the credit side, we'll be thinking about the income that the business made for the partners. Okay, so which is what we're going to be explaining here. Things like the net profit will be here. Okay, so remember that information that they tell you in the agreement, they explain to you what is actually happening. Normally they will give you the net profit for the year, and then from there you'll be expected to explain how did that net profit become used by the partners. Okay, how was the profit actually used? It's like you trying to explain in accounting terms to someone how the profit that the partners earned in their business was used. Okay, so that's why we're trying to do the appropriation. So now they're telling us that the net profit for the year amounted to 899,250. So since we know the name of the partners, we might as well just insert what we expect to be here. So one of the things that you need to think about also is the accounting period. Remember here the year ends on 30 June. So it's 30 June 2011. So we can just insert that 30 June 2011. And then we already are given the net profit. Okay, and then the net profit we know is from the general journal, which is 899 250. Let's just confirm. So there are marks for just transferring this net profit as it was given to you. That 899,250 that are transferred, you get marks for transferring it. So we might as well make sure that we understand how it works. Now we need to think about the expenses that the business incurred to the partners. They paid them things like salaries, they paid them things like interest on capital, things like bonuses, splits, and so forth. So what are we going to do? We're going to put those items here. Okay, so we're going to start with the salary of J Pool. So we're going to have salary, then J Pool. Okay, and then we'll have salary and Umala. Remember, you were asked to open the ledger accounts for this. So what you're trying to do now is that you are offsetting those accounts. You are going to credit the salary of these partners by appropriation. Hence, you'll see appropriation debiting those accounts. If you want me to help you with the journal entries, do book your lesson. Use the details that will appear at the end of this video. So let's quickly transfer that information. The salary for J Puma was 288,000. This man was in. So he got 288,000. You need to make sure that all these salaries are in yearly terms. Okay, if it's given to you in a monthly basis, you multiply by 12 so that you can get the yearly amount. And then the other one for Umala, the salary that Umala got was 240,000. Okay, now we need to think about any other thing that the partners earned. Remember, they earn the bonuses. So we can have bonus for J Puma, and then which was I think his bonus was 42,000, something like that, 48,000. Okay, so the bonus of J Puma was 48,000, and then you enter that information here. So he got 48,000. I'm not gonna enter all the information that is supposed to be in the folio just so that I can be able to save time. I'm not gonna enter that. I finished with this one, so I'm not gonna enter the items that are supposed to be here, but you need to be aware of them and enter them. Okay, so because for me I have the option of not doing that, I'm not gonna do that. And you also need to think about the bonus of Umala. So you're going to have bonus and Umala. He got, I think, 32,000 as a bonus. So you enter all those expenses that the business paid in rewarding the partners. Okay, you need to think about something else. They also paid them I think they also remember the split. Because I don't have enough information, I will use that split here. But then normally you're supposed to write you're supposed to write interest on capital here, but for me I'll put the split here, the current accounts of the partners, because I don't have enough space. So I'll have current account, and then this is for J Puma, and then we also have current account. This is for N Umala. Okay, so we need to think, for how much did these people split? Remember, you're going to go to your current account. It will tell you exactly. Remember, in this case for J Puma, his current account credited appropriation. So appropriation must debit his current account. So we're going to have 55,000 here for J Puma. Okay, we're gonna have 55,000, and then for N Umala we're going to have this for 1,250. Remember, the current account of N Umala actually credited appropriation, so appropriation must debit the appropriation must debit the current account of N Umala. So we're going to have 4,1,250 here. Remember, this current account here represents the amount that they shared. Okay, so we're going to have that 4,1,250 here. I hope this makes sense. And then we're also going to have interest on capital. Now on interest on capital, what happens is that we don't open the individual accounts, we just add them together. Okay, so we're going to have interest on capital. Remember, you must put the information in your formula, but then obviously if I put that information, I'm gonna write a lot, and I'm trying to keep this information short. My pen is not 100%. I think the battery is running out. So here we're going to have, remember, the interest on capital for J Puma was actually, I think it was 105,000, and then the other one for Umala was 90. So you're going to have, you put that information in the bracket here. So 105,000 plus 90,000, and then from there, if you check, we have put everything that the business paid to the partners. Now at the end of the day, when you calculate, both sides should be equal, because you're explaining this is how the net profit was actually used. You're explaining how the partners used that net profit that the business earned. Okay, so when we do this account, when we add them together, both sides should be equal. So here the total is 195,000. So we need to get the total on both sides. Okay, according to my understanding, the net profit this net profit should be equals to this side. So here I'm gonna write 899,250 because these things are explaining how the net profit at the business end was actually used. So we're going to add them one by one. 288,000 plus 240,000 plus 48,000 plus 32,000 plus 55,000 plus 412,250 and then plus 195,000. I'm getting 899,250. So the appropriation account is balancing. Okay, so this is how an appropriation account is prepared. When you are done with this appropriation account, both the debit and the credit side should be equal. Now, what is very important for you to do is to make sure that you get the current account of partners accurately. Okay, I don't know what happened here, but I think we actually erased by mistake that time I was erasing. So maybe let's just try to get, because I remember in the lesson that we did, we actually had the balance. So maybe let's try and add also on the current account so that you can see how it's supposed to enter. Okay, so we're going to say 240,000 here, plus I'll go back to the appropriation, plus 90,000 plus 32,000 plus 41250. So I'm getting 403,250. I think I erased this part by mistake. So the credit side here is 403,250. Okay, let's add the debit side. So 29,000 plus 390,000. How much are we getting? That's 419,000. So it means the, what do you call it, the credit side is actually short. Okay, so we will maybe have to erase. So let's erase this line here. So let's put that amount back as 41250. So you need to check such things. I remember in the answer sheet where I answered this thing on the last session, we finished this thing. So it was supposed to be 41250, and then here it's supposed to be balance carried down. Remember the date is the date, so it's supposed to be balance carried down here. And then remember the big side is the debit side. We have 419,000 here. $419,000 minus 403,250. This goes to 15,750. So this will be the opening balance on 1 July 2011, and then we have the balance brought down of 15. Remember here it's 419,000. And then the balance brought down is 15,750. My pen is, this pen is, oh, I don't know what's happening with it, but I will get it fixed. But at least you are able to see. So now still talking about the appropriation account, remember I said that the debit side and the credit side are supposed to be equal. And what you actually do here is that you are trying to explain, like I said before, how the profit that the business end was actually used to pay the partners for what is owed to them. And we can only all partners things like your salary, your bonus, you know, the interest on capital. You know, some businesses give them interest on current account and then charge them interest on drawings. So interest on drawings will actually reduce what the partners are supposed to get. Okay, so but then we're not dealing with that now. I've seen recently they no longer include it that much. So if you want me to explain to you using your own example or using a paper from the Department of Education, please kindly consider booking your lesson, and I promise you that I will make the lesson to be fruitful to you. With that out of the way, with me signing out, please don't forget to leave your comments on the comment section and to also like and subscribe to this channel. Share this video with your friends. Share this video with your sibling who's doing accounting and is in grade 11. Shalom. God bless you.